Think about the day before you leave for a planned vacation. Knowing you have a flight to catch forces you to squeeze an entire week's worth of tasks into a single afternoon. You pack a suitcase, you organize your house, you finalize that big report, and you get it all done. That sudden burst of output is a psychological phenomenon known as Parkinson's law. It states that work naturally expands to fill the time available for its completion. The British historian Cyril Northcote Parkinson noticed this pattern back in 1955. He observed a clear contradiction in the British Navy. As the fleet had fewer sailors and fewer ships, the number of administrators managing them grew year after year. In this video, we are going to manufacture that pre-vacation focus every single day using the time containers built into the Faster app. To start, grab your phone, open the Faster app right now, and pick one specific procrastinated task that you absolutely need to finish today. Mastering your time requires a system that forces work to assume its natural, condensed size, rather than relying on raw effort alone. When people are suddenly given extra time to complete tasks, they rarely finish early. Instead, they actually experience the cancellation dalliance effect, unconsciously slowing down their natural pace to consume all the newly freed up time. Look at this diagram. Work behaves exactly like a gas. It has no natural size of its own. Left unconstrained, it stretches loosely to fill a large jar, but when you compress it into a smaller container, it condenses. That diffusion of effort is invisible. You don't necessarily feel less focused, but your cognitive energy leaks into the surplus time. The Faster app uses a direct countermeasure to this leakage, the principle of forced efficiency. By intentionally applying time scarcity, we prevent your energy from drifting. The Nobel laureate Herbert Simon provided a clear framework for this, called satisficing. It is the discipline of choosing a solution that works well enough to move forward, rather than spending hours hunting for a perfect outcome. Leaving your schedule loose guarantees that your effort will spread thin. True efficiency is created by having intentionally less time, not more. Standard, open-ended to-do lists operate on the illusion that everything will get done eventually. To manage your day, you need a tool like the one on the right, which forces you to make decisions about your time in advance. Go ahead and add the task you chose earlier directly to your must-do today list in the Faster app. Next, attach a strict time estimate in minutes. To find the right number, ask yourself, if I chose to work as my most efficient self, how quickly could I complete this? Your early estimates will likely be inaccurate. That is a normal part of the process. If you are completely unsure what to enter, set a default container of exactly 30 minutes. That is short enough to start, but long enough to make real progress. This estimate acts as a cognitive intervention. Attaching a number moves the task out of the realm of anxiety and into a physical boundary. Let's transition from planning to execution. Tap the focus button on the task you queued up. Look at the focus screen interface. This is your new sealed container. By displaying a countdown timer right in the center, the app makes your invisible time suddenly visible. Just beneath the timer, you'll see a small edit button. If your real-world capacity has changed since you planned this out yesterday, you can adjust the size of the container right here. Directly below that is a large green play button. Tap it now to commit to the work and start the countdown. Real-world interruptions happen. If life intervenes, simply pause the timer to protect the integrity of your container until you return. Finally, notice the complete button at the bottom right. The absolute second your work reaches the threshold of good enough, tap that button. Starting that timer narrows your field of choices. It cuts off the endless option searching that masquerades as thoroughness and forces you to execute. Once you finish, review your result on the completed screen. Did you run out of time, or did you finish early and realize the work was lighter than the worry? One professional I coached estimated a routine task would take him 3 hours, but using this timer, he finished in under 2. He reclaimed 80 lost minutes simply by realizing his extra time was being drained by perfectionist rereads and checking his inbox. That is the daily payoff of this system. When you enforce these boundaries, you end your evening with a completely empty must-do today screen and zero lingering stress. Here is your challenge for the rest of the day. Attach a precise time container to every single remaining task on your list. Lock them down, start the timer, and permanently reclaim the hours you didn't even realize you were losing.
You can download my app using the link below. Please subscribe and like this video.